Education regular monthly meeting in session at this time. We'll move on with Mr. Shields. Would you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, may I have a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved, Madam Chair.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The agenda has been accepted. May I have a motion at this time to approve the consideration of minutes for June 26, 23, regular scheduled meeting?
So moved, Madam Chair.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion has passed to approve the June 26th regular meeting. We will have Mrs. Norman at this time to introduce our newly hired employees.
Good afternoon, Board Chair Porter, board members, and Dr. Pratt. I stand before you today to introduce our newly hired employees. So first we have Dr. Jacqueline Harry Higgs. She's our Chief Human Resource Officer. She started today, July 24. A fun fact about her is she worked as a country disc jockey. Her radio name was Jenny. That's what it says.
Convocation coming up.
Next, we have Robin Knight. She's our district office administrative assistant. She started July 5th. And a fun fact about Miss Knight is she loves all things crafty and do it yourself. Okay. Next, we have Daniel Kale in the maintenance department. Maintenance technician, start date July 5th. Fun fact about Mr. Kale, he enjoys hunting, fishing, and watching his kids play ball. Okay. Next, we have Ashley Holloman, maintenance technician. Start date July 5th. Fun fact, he enjoys video games, playing basketball with his son, and spending time with his family. And lastly, we have Tiffany Smith, Hertford County High School administrative assistant. Start date July 5th. Fun fact about her, she likes older sitcoms. She likes I Love Lucy and the Jeffersons. All right, board members, welcome our new personnel.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
Just a moment.
They're going to work.
They're going to work.
Don't keep it long. Don't keep it long.
Mr. Hall.
On behalf of the Board of Education, we want to welcome you to Hertford County Public Schools. Thank you for joining a great team and a great family here. As always, if there's anything we can do to better support you, anything we need to know, we're here for you, and we're here working together. And again, welcome and thank you.
Okay. Is there any public input at this time? We're moving on to 3.1, the North Carolina Accountability System. Ms. Sidbury.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Board Chair Porter, Vice Chair Hall, and board members, and Dr. Pratt. It's a pleasure to be before you this morning. I'm going to spend some time talking about our North Carolina accountability model. If you can go to slide 11 for me, please. 11. So I wanted to spend some time just talking about our proposed accountability model. I did want to overview before the public, the presentation is posted, that reviews our current accountability model. Our state is also looking to adopt some new changes. And so this presentation is going to highlight but not extensively review what those potential changes would be and the timeline associated with it. So first, we'll still continue to have school performance measures. These measures are both academic as well as school quality indicators. The state is proposing these adjustments to the academic indicators. Indicator number 1 would extend high school graduation rate. Right now, we are judged on 4 years of completion, 4 years of graduation, and they would amend that to moving to a 5-year cohort graduation rate. Additionally, improving student group performance would be, it's still up pending, but that could be anything from a student moving from a level 3 to a level 4 and include an improvement in their Lexile levels. So that is going to be determined, but we're still looking at improving student group performance. The third one is post-secondary outcomes. The state wants to look to monitor how well our students are after high school. So what happens after high school, whether they be employed, enlisted, or enrolled. And then the fourth one is post-secondary preparation inputs. Additionally, how are our high schools persevering beyond high school, but how well are we preparing our elementary, middle, and high school students for graduation as well? So this would look like elementary school students getting exposure to careers, middle school students creating a graduation plan in middle school, thinking about their careers, and of course in high school getting CTE completers, taking advanced courses, or being dually enrolled at RCCC. The next one is quality indicators. Right now, school quality indicators come from our growth indicators and EVAS. The state is looking to amend these to include extra and intracurricular activities, whether students be engaged in activities after school or during school, such as clubs, durable school skills, such as how well our students are able to think critically, be collaborators. That will be measured in our portrait of a graduate. The third indicator is chronic absenteeism. So the state is looking to, in its new accountability model, begin to monitor students who exceed 10% of ADM in terms of their absences. So that's going to be a big one if we do go that route for Hertford County Public Schools. And then last but not least, school climate. They're looking to have not only a teacher working condition survey, but also a student condition survey where they get feedback from students on how they like to engage in learning, the overall school environment. These factors, in addition to achievement on state tests, in addition to ACT and work keys, in addition to growth, will be added to our potential measures for school accountability. The potential timeline is for this upcoming school year. Of course, we're going to maintain our current accountability model. The state is looking to have school districts pilot this accountability model in the 24-25 school year. And if adopted by our state board, we'll look in terms of implementation towards the 25-26 school year. All right, that's a quick overview of potential accountability changes. Any questions, comments?
Are there comments? Questions?
All right, thank you.
Ms. Sigler. Moving on to North Carolina Driving School.
Yes. So I put forth a proposal for continuing the North Carolina driving school contract. This would allow all of our students who are at age 14 and a half years old to be able to get the credentials and the licensing to prepare them to take the North Carolina license exam. We are going to continue that contract. The contract, as noted in the board, I believe had a 4.4 increase in terms of that contract, but we want to continue that so our students can continue to have that opportunity. I'm looking for approval from the board for that contract.
Are there questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mrs. Williams, our contracts.
Need a motion to approve the proposal on Travis contract.
Do you need a motion?
Yes.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve North Carolina Driving School? May I have a second?
Second motion.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? North Carolina Driving School proposal has been approved. It's Alliant LLC contract for 23-24. school year, Mrs. Williams.
Good afternoon, Chair Porter, board members, Dr. Pratt. For informational purposes, I have before you a contract with Salient Health LLC. This contract is for a face-to-face speech provider, the contract is not to exceed $90,000. Do you have any questions for me?
Are there questions? May I have a motion to approve the Salient LLC contract for 23-24 school year?
So moved, Madam Chair.
May I have a second?
Have a motion.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The Lion contract for 23-24 school year has been approved. Thank you. Personnel report, Mrs. Norman.
Good afternoon again, Board Chair Porter, board members, and Dr. Pratt. You have before you the personnel report for your approval.
Are there questions concerning the personnel report at this time or comments? May I have a motion at this time to approve the personnel report?
Motion to approve the personnel recommendations on additional employment.
I'll
Eh.
second the motion.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Personnel report and recommendations by administration has been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Norman. Moving on to 5.1, approval to auction or dispose of old Ahoskie Elementary furniture and equipment. Mr. Hunter.
Chair Porter, board members, Dr. Pratt, I stand before you today asking permission to sell the old property equipment at the AS.
Other questions and concerns about the auction? Well, may I have a motion to approve the auction or disposal of all old Ahoskie Elementary School furniture and equipment at this time?
Madam Chair, I make a motion that pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 115C-518, we adopt a resolution that states the board has declared as property described in the resolution as no longer necessary or desirable for public school use purposes and authorize the superintendent and board attorneys to begin the process of selling the property via the public auction procedures of North Carolina General Statute 160A-270B.
Thank you. May I have a second, please?
Second motion.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The approval to auction or dispose of old Ahoskie Elementary School furniture and equipment has been approved. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Hertford County Middle School, the painting project.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hunter.
I stand before you asking permission or approval to paint the complete interior of the middle school.
Other questions? Mr. Hall?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We started on that yet? I mean, it's kind of late. But
Yes,
we started painting?
we started a week ago.
Oh, well, then my question's been asked. Thank you. Thank
Are there other questions?
And on a good side note, sir, the 50 whiteboards just arrived.
you. Did the what?
Whiteboards.
Oh, whiteboard.
We'll get those up along with the paint job.
May I have a motion to approve the Hertford County Middle School painting project at this time?
Madam Chair, a motion that we approve the painting project that's already been started at this time.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The Hertford County Middle School painting project has been approved by the board. Thank you, Mr. Hunter.
Absolutely. What's the projected, time frame for that to be completed?
Mr. Hunter.
Then we're talking about painting the whole inside. Then
Started off with the internal classrooms first. So, and painting wasn't more weekends and nights. So we'll get the rest of it, hopefully before school.
Well, hopefully full school, yeah. That's a good ending date.
So question again. Madam Chair?
Yes.
So all of the classrooms are gonna be painted, all of the exterior hallways, bathrooms, etc. And they're gonna do that between now and school opening. Okay,
But you've already started.
okay, that's great. Thank
You
you.
won't get there. Well, we don't have no kids painting on.
And we used to have
We used to
other
have
hair.
that, yeah.
Yeah, we used to have summer program for kids.
Yeah.
Sounds great to me. What colors are you using?
Mimic the interior paint of a, sound like,
Okay, all right. I was just thinking about that gold.
I know the restrooms look very nice over at the middle school.
You seen the photos from the product? You,
I'm talking about the doors.
oh, yeah.
You remember when we did our walk around?
You walk around.
They look
Yeah.
much better.
All right.
I would like to say, Ms. Porter, if I may.
Yes,
Mr. Hunter, I know you're gonna follow up and check on the conditions of things when it's finished and approval and all that. When I was there, I was, whoever painted the blue tend to have painted some of the receptacles as well. If you notice that, they were sort of painted halfway. So whatever's done need to be consistent. So if you would follow up with that. So it looks nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll have the superintendent's report, Dr. Pratt at this center.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll be brief. Go ahead to the next slide. So would like to congratulate our students who participated in the performance of the performance this weekend, past weekend. I think they had 3 shows this weekend. Great job to those students. Ms. Freeman would like to have these students here in August so the board members also can recognize them. And so I think we had a representation of 3 students from Riverview, 3 students from Bearfield. We had 2 students from the early college, 2 alumni from the district who also participated, who were early college graduates. And then we had 2 students from C.S. Brown STEM High School. So great job on that performance. I wasn't able to attend, but I've heard great things about the talent that we have here in Hertford County. So congratulations to these students and their families. We also been working on our strategic plan process. And so this is kind of our framework that we've used over the last several months in that process, where we had a kickoff meeting. We've had a total of 4 meetings, so 3 meetings. We have our last meeting today where we had a kickoff meeting. And then we did some analysis, looking at data, do some data reviewing, and kind of when we developed problem statements and solutions that we wanted to look at in the district. And now we're brainstorming some strategies and some systems that we want to track and monitor those strategies that we thought about. And then tonight we're going to do test 1 with some reviewing some of those statements and reviewing those strategies with the committees. Test 2 will be district office, where we bring all those ideas together and create our strategic plan for the next 5 years. So our strategic plan will run from 2023 until 2028. So great work from the committee leaders, and great work for our staff working with these committees. Just wanted to make sure everyone understood the clear outcomes for the strategic plan process. We really, over the next 5 years, need to have very clear goals for the district. Those goals can be wrapped around academic goals, social goals, HR goals, operation goals. So we want to make sure everyone understands what we're working towards over the next 5 years and set those milestones to ensure that we are heading in the right direction with our district. We want to make sure that we're tracking our progress for each of the goals to remain motivated to achieve them. And so we will establish targets over the next 5 years and work towards meeting those targets over the 5 years. If we are unsuccessful in areas, then we will have to go back and regroup and change some of the strategies that we need to implement to make sure we meet that end goal in 2028. our goals must be realistic in nature, right? We don't want to set ourselves up for failure in the goals in our strategic plan. So we won't have a goal that all our third grades will be on grade level by the end of third grade. But we will have a goal in our strategic plan around pre-K 3 early literacy that we expect the majority of our kids to be reading on grade level. And so we want to make sure that those goals are challenging for the district, but also attainable in our work as we move forward. We want to make sure that they are in line with the district's objectives and overall outcomes. And so making sure that whatever we commit to, that we're going to do over the next 5 years, and make sure that there's a time target as well as we work towards this. So we won't be able to do everything in year 1. So it's 5 years. So there will be some things that we'll implement in year 1. There will be some items we'll do in year 2, 3, 4, and 5. But so we're not going to roll out a big plan and say we're doing all these things now. Some items will take us 2 or 3 years to plan to implement within the strategic plan. So that process is going well for us, and we're excited about the leadership of our district level and our community members who've been coming out and meeting with us. And we have our last official meeting tonight. However, we will stay in contact with our community members over the next several months as we fine-tune our strategic action steps. We also had our lit camp at Shawan University, very successful camp. 65 students participated from July 10th through the 14th. They were engaged in STEM activities. Very exciting to see the kids in that different environment and them being engaged in the work over the last over that camp. Thanks to Ms. Pate and the C&I team who worked hard to get this partnership up and running for our students. We also have our open house dates and times that are listed here for families. I think most schools have shared this information on their social media page as well. Ms. Freeman will also share this information district-wide, so our families are aware of our open house dates and time over the next couple of weeks. We also, this week, starting tomorrow, will be in our summer leadership institute from July 25th to the 27th. The first day will be on professional development. Our main focus will be around a book study that we're doing on instructional rounds. As I shared with the board and staff previously, we will use this model during principals meetings. There will be, unlike in past years where we came here and we met here in this building and talk to principals, we're going to schools and visit schools and do instructional walkthroughs and provide principals and school staff around their instructional program and how they can improve. They will present us with a problem of practice. We will look at that problem and give schools feedback around that next level of work. And then day 2 will be team building, a very low ropes activity for us to build our team as a district office. There's a lot of new people here, a lot of new principals, assistant principals, and district office administrators that we just need to spend some time to get to know each other. And then we're back for day 3 with district updates, where all departments will provide updates to principals and assistant principals around their initiatives for the upcoming school year. And then our yes.
Where will your retreat be held?
We are doing it at RCC for day 1 and day 3. Day 2, we'll be traveling to a low ropes course in Virginia Beach. So we're all riding the charter bus up to Virginia and then come out. Yes, sir.
Go in style, man.
Yeah.
Of course, ain't no jokes.
No, but we would definitely learn how to work as a team, right?
Great.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Got to build that capacity with one another.
Great idea.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And then summer hiring, total vacancies as of July 24th, we have 48 positions in the district that we're looking for. Of those 48 positions, 18 of those are teacher positions. Some of those positions will be covered through long-term sub process, as we discussed with the personnel report. But all of those 18 position principals have a plan today, if we open school on the 25th, of what we're going to do to have an adult standing in front of those kids in the classroom. So I feel very comfortable with that plan, and we'll continue to monitor that plan as we go through. During our August 8th meeting, our board retreat, we will have a personnel, so we can go ahead and approve some personnel between now and August 8th. So we'll approve some additional personnel at that time. And then with district level and classified positions, we got about 30 positions there that we need to cover. Our main focus is focusing on those positions that students will be in the classroom and they need an adult. So we'll be working with principals to ensure that. We met this morning with all principals with certified vacancy or teacher vacancy to make sure that their plans was tight and solid for our kids. And they had already began the process of reaching out and making contact if necessary for those positions.
Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
The 18 teaching positions that's available,
Mhm.
Majority of the areas that you're looking to fill.
It's language arts, ELA, and social studies, I believe. And then we have some peppered CTE, business, elementary positions, things of that nature.
No science positions.
No science or math. Can you believe that? No science.
That's
That on
great.
the list to put up on the screen.
That's right. We don't have any in that.
I tell you, that's outstanding.
Yeah. And also,
Man,
that's right. We-
but don't say too much, but come out, you over here turning off.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
No,
Said too much.
don't put it up there.
Would like to remind people, remind everyone of our $500 initiative and incentive. So if you recommend a certified teacher for the district, one of those 18 positions, you do get $500 if they're here with us in October. So we got to get them through the process, get them hired, get them in the building, and be in place in October for you to receive that $500. And I also like to remind everyone that we do have bonuses, $3,000 bonus that will be paid twice next school year for a certified position and $1,500 for classified position. So we're calling that a recruitment retention bonus for our staff and future employees as well. Yes.
If I understand correctly,
Mhm.
that's the teachers finding teachers.
Well, no. So Freeman is not right.
That's teachers finding teachers.
I meant Norman. Come up and make sure I don't mess this up.
So our referral program.
Yes.
If you refer any certified staff, so it doesn't have to be a teacher referring a teacher. It can
Right.
be a classified referring a
Certified.
certified, but it has to be a certified based position that they're filling.
All right, thanks.
That's
Okay?
right.
Said anyone.
Anyone's well.
Be a board member.
Well, we didn't.
I'm messing.
I'm messing up. 500.
What's an employee of our district? An employee
Oh,
of
yes,
our
our district.
district. Okay.
And they are.
$500.
That's right. And we can use that teacher.
You got it. I'm playing a lot, right? That's great.
Yes. So upcoming dates, we have the early college, high school starts. Teachers come back on the 26th. You know, I think they have 3 optional days up front, and then the 4th day is a required day. So they'll be back soon. The first day back for students will be August 3rd. So Miss Britt, Dr. Britt is busily working to get her school ready and open this week because she's got staff coming back this week. So we're excited about the first round of kids coming back. And then our traditional schedule, August 17th is the first day back with teachers. They have 2, I think, optional work days up front, 17th and the 18th, and then they go the 3rd day or required days up until the 25th. Our students will return on the 28th. So we'll be 100% back full service on August 28th. And that concludes my updates.
Okay. Mr. Deloach.
Thank you, Ms. Porter.
Any other
I have no
comments?
comments at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Surprised of it.
Mr. Shields?
Julie and I got to go see the Wizard of Oz at C.S. Brown, and I want to make a couple of comments. One is, our students were absolutely outstanding. If you missed it, I hope they'll do something else. The second thing I want to say is I'm also excited about the use of C.S. Brown. I think we need to use that facility when we can and how we can, because I think it's good for our community not to get that school over there. It's very important to the history of this county. But I was impressed with the auditorium part or whatever they call that area. But I mean, they've done a good job keeping it up, and for that, on that board, they need to be commended. And also Cultivator, I think, was the name of the group that actually put this program on, and they're also to be complimented because it was really good and it was fun to go to, and hopefully they'll do it again. Anyway, that's my comment.
Thank you. Mr. Eddie Hall?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll keep my comments brief. It's so good to see everybody on this great Monday morning. Just want to make sure you take care of yourselves, get ready for this new school year. We're only as strong as our employees that do the hard work each and every day. And for that, we appreciate you, but make sure you take time for yourselves to rejuvenate and get ready for the new year. As always, thank you for all that you do each and every day, for the things that we know, for the things that we don't. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Wendell Hall?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I will be as brief as possible, but I do want to encourage all of us to be aware that the governor has vetoed certain bills that have been on his desk for a couple of weeks now that directly impacts education in the state of North Carolina and in Hertford County. So do be aware of those bills that have been vetoed by the governor. The House leadership has already determined that they will not take up any override voting of those bills August the 7th, I think it is. It will not be scheduled for a vote. So just be aware of those particular bills, especially House Bill 219 and Senate Bill 90. They are crucial bills when it comes to education in the state of North Carolina. But I do want to add in my comments quickly, Madam Chair. I've shared this earlier. Oh, by the way, let's not forget those restraints for the K students and those buses. I pointed to you because I saw your reminder. And how much was they? $190 per. And I saw your memo that went out to the businesses and everyone in the community. It's a way to get involved. It's a way to get involved. But I do want to ask the board to consider this. Because of where we are today with our mental status and our children being out of COVID for about a year, I do believe strongly, and I know the board agrees with this. I hope the board would agree with this, that our guidance counselors need to be 12 months. They need to be 12-month positions to help, not with books and buses and discipline and transcripts, but to help with the social and emotional side of our students as they return. I think we need to look at finding the funding in our budgets to support 12 months for our counselors, number one. Number two, our social workers, our master level social workers. We need to encourage the recruitment of those individuals to be paid on a master's degree level. Social workers at the master's degree level, it's a little bit different, I understand, from the training from the normal BS degree. But I think we need to look also, Madam Chair, fellow board members, at doing something. I think we have one now. I was told earlier. Yes. We have one, and they're not easy to find. I recognize that. But I think we need to do more for that person's here, whomever she is. As we look at connecting the classroom and the social emotional learning of students, and by the way, some of our staff. Because some of them are burned out also. And we know that. My recommendation, if I can, Madam Chair, to put before the board, is that we direct the administration to look at our budgets and to find out how much it will cost for social workers and for enhancement of social workers and 12 months employment for our counselors. And come back to us with that amount for us to determine whether or not we need to move further with it. I do recognize the fact that some of this is in one of the state budgets. I don't know which one it is, but we can't wait till last of August, 1st of September. We have to be prepared now, just like the strategic plan that you're putting together. It's looking forward. And that's what I'm hoping that we would do for our guidance counselors, for our social workers. And yes, everybody is important. I recognize that. But we have to start somewhere. And I'm going to ask for us to look at some of the funding that's available that we can maybe pull from to do this job. I'm asking that recommendation before the board, if you would so kindly agree to direct the superintendent and bring us something back quickly for us to discuss. Absolutely. That's my recommendation, Madam Chair. I would love to get a second.
May I have a motion?
I support that.
A second?
Yes, ma'am.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Dr. Pratt, recommendation has been approved for you to take a look at the budget and get back with us with information concerning social workers and counselors 12-month employment.
Absolutely. Well,
With that being said, Madam Chair, I have finished.
Okay, thank you.
Let's finish it.
And I do agree with my fellow board members and Mr. Hall with all of the changes and problems in society now. We do feel that we need at least another social worker, and our counselors have so much to do trying to reach the children. And we know that all of this tie in, because if we come to the high school or elementary school, survival is number one. And some of our students have issues at home that we don't know about, but they bring it to school, and you have to focus, and you cannot focus clearly if you are trying to do your best to survive with food, attention, care. All of that works together to promote education and raise academic achievement. And we need both these positions. So Dr. Pratt, we really appreciate you taking a look at this and getting the information back to us. We would like to thank all that worked on that strategic plan. I know you were dedicated and you focused on what was most important and using this as a map and a guideline for our upcoming year. I attended a scholarship banquet Saturday night. Anderson, Newsom, and was it Miss Freeman, you were with me. TLA banquet. And we really appreciate and thank that family. They donated money to 8 of our students in Hertford County so that they could pursue their career. And it was well attended by the community. So we would like to thank the Anderson, Newsom, and family of TLC for sharing their interests, their love for our students in Hertford County. The Wizard of Oz bought drama, the Hertford County. When we work with the whole child, we love to see art, drama, the arts. And that is something, Mr. Shields, that you suggested. It would be good if we can continue in the auditorium at CS Brown.
That oratorium.
It has withheld a lot of drama
Yes.
over the years, but it's still standing and being taken care of. And students and cultivator group that work with those students in our schools. We thank you so much for putting on such a great production. The 65 students at Chowan, Dr. Pratt, looked as if they had a great time. And that looked as if it was successful. Children enjoyed, learned hands-on. So we thank Chowan for working with us and our students during that process. At this time, our next board meeting, I wanted to say to all of you how much we appreciate you. Summer's about over. You've been working all summer, I'm sure, getting your schools prepared. And the summer moved by pretty quickly. We hope you take a breath, get ready for your open houses, and we certainly look forward to you having a great and productive school year. Anything you need, you know this board is here to support in any way that we can. So thank you so much. Our next board meeting is August 28th, open session at 5:30. The board is having a retreat on August 8th. At 10 o'clock, Dr. Pratt.
10 o'clock, I believe.
10 o'clock.
Is it 9 o'clock?
I think it said 9.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock.
I think.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Are you sure it's 9 or 10?
It's 9.
Yeah,
It is 9.
well, we clarified today.
Yeah.
What time is it?
9 a.m.
9 a.m., okay.
Okay, at 9 a.m.
Can I come in,
we may
come
need
early
some-
and put my bed in there?
Overnight.
Wow.
Okay, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Are there any questions, concerns at this time?
What time is convocation? What day is time?
Convocation, time and date, Dr. Pratt.
It's August 25th. It begins at 9:30. And we're yeah,
Never know.
9:30, going all day. We have convocation in the morning, then we'll have PD in the afternoon on that Friday.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, by the way, Madam Chair, I forgot to
Yes,
say
sir.
one thing quickly. The state has already established the pay increase for teachers and state employees. It's in the budget, but until the budget is passed, they're not. And this is coming from the Speaker of the House and the pro temp of the Senate. So that's been established.
All right.
What it is, some
I
mission.
don't know.
Somebody can tell it, somebody.
Well, that'll probably be the end of August.
It'll probably be the end of August, yes. End of August.
Okay. Thank you so much. A motion to adjourn, please.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second,
Second,
all in favor, say aye.
aye.
All opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Have a good week.
Ain't no grass cutting today.